Hi, what up YouTube? It's me again. So today is the 14th of October. So I haven't done a vlog in about 3 weeks, I think. And I've just realised before I came out to have a little walk, I never uploaded my Freshers Week vlog that I did. Granted, it was only a small one, but hey ho. So I don't know how long I haven't posted a video for. So there goes my sort of plan of trying and getting out a vlog every week. But hey ho, I've been extremely busy and that's what I'm blaming it on. But hey, yeah, bleh. I'm trying to get into a routine. Obviously this is still quite new to me, being at Bournemouth and at university, so that's picking up quite a lot now with the work and stuff. So yeah, this is getting interesting now. But anyway, I guess I should try and catch you guys up. So this is now week 3. Yes, week 3. Of me doing actual uni work sort of thing with the briefs and stuff. So I don't know if I said it in the last one, but we're being inducted on machinery and techniques and stuff like that. So week 1, I was on a mill and a lathe. So we just churned out a bit of alley for a sort of handle for a mechanism. I'll put a picture or a slide video on here. Just so you can see it, and then we had to mill out a bit of wood to sort of the right specifications and stuff like that, and it turned out all right. I think it wasn't too bad. Sort of, I think I'm trying to remember it because it was like 3 weeks ago. So yeah, I was just with the mill. I couldn't really get it the finish overly nice. So because it wanted to be a box, and obviously with a drill. You've got it's a rounded edge, so to try and square that off, I just use a chisel. But I've never used a chisel, or not a chisel in that regard anyway. Words, I'm really tired, and yeah, this isn't going to go well, but hey ho. But yeah, just to try and square it off, and I made a huge mess of it, so I sort of gave up, which you could probably see in the images there. But the lathe, I absolutely love the lathe. I really want to try and get used to a lathe. So I've drawn up a couple of 3D models, which I could then put into a blueprint, so I can have measurements to work on with a bit of metal rod. Oh, what's it called? Bit of text there to say what I'm actually on about. So yeah, so that's going to be quite interesting. I've tinkered around a little bit because obviously each week we're inducted on something else, so I don't really have much time to just concentrate on the mill, or on the lathe, sorry. So I've done a little bit. Hasn't gone to plan. I completely messed it up, so I thought, okay, let's just make something out of it. So that was quite interesting. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. And then week 2 was, what was week 2? Oh yeah, we had this little spaceship that we had to make. Oh, my arm is dead. So that was basically about having a smooth finish. So we had to go through the grits all the way to, was it 480 or something like that? And then we had to then spray it with some gravity-fed spray guns. So that wasn't too bad. So they gave us moulds of the sort of cakes. I'll put another image of the thing that I made here. So we had to fill that up with car body filler, which is some really just great stuff to sand. So yeah, we basically spent like 2 days sort of sanding, just try and get them smooth. Oh yeah, and then we had to vac form, had to do a bit of vac forming. So I put the image up again. You can see a little dome. So what we had to do was drill all the way through that, and then use the vac former to then create a perfect sort of bubble, I guess. So once that vac forming was done and cut out, we filled it up again with car body filler and used that as a push sort of thing. So it's set to that curvature. So that was quite interesting as a nice little technique. I don't believe, if memory serves me correct, that I did a good job of that. I think I had a little bit of chippage on the edge there. But hey ho, I was super bored at that point. So yeah, and then what else did we do? We did something else. Oh yeah, and then polishing acrylics. So we had to, so with a domed cake, we had to put a bit of acrylic on the underneath and had to try and shape it to the shape of the saucer. I call it a cake. Saucer. So we had to do a lot of sanding with that and then go through the grit. So we went to 1,200 wet sanding, and then we had a polishing solution that was a 3,000 grit to then properly make it look like glass. So I think I did a good job of that. I just sucked about getting the right curvature of the saucer, so it does extrude a little bit in some places. But as a first go, I thought that was pretty good. But also, as I was doing that, I thought I'll make a Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. So I'm still doing it at the moment. I've just filled up the car body filler. I put a sort of where I'm at the moment here. So yes, that's quite fun. So again, how I did that is I made the saucer smooth. I then vac formed that saucer, which gave it the true curvature of the saucer, and then just cut out the overlay. So I made stencils and stuff like that to draw over it, and then cut it out with a rotary tool and stuff like that. So yeah, and that turned out all right. My lines are not straight, but as a quick little, or I say it was meant to be a quick little project, but it's taken me forever at the moment. On top of doing everything else, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah. It was just something to do because I was sanding for 2 days and yeah, spraying after that, which I know how to do anyway. Apart from mixing paint up, that was something new. But thankfully I had a guy on the course that does that basically for a hobby, so bug. So he showed me some tips and stuff like that, so that turned out all right. And then what did we do? What did I just do? I just did a sculpture of a bug. Never sculpted before, so this was quite interesting. And I think it came out okay, so again, I'll put another photo here. Yeah, I know I'm doing a vlog, go away. Yeah, so we just had an image of a bug, a top view, and then we had to make a sculpture from that. So we made a wireframe just to help us out with the shape of the creature, and then just kept building and building on top of that. And then we had this, well, I don't know why we had to do this, but we had to put this stupid cable around the base that you can probably see. So we had to use some, what was it? Yeah, just 2-part epoxy to then glue that down. That didn't go to plan. I don't know how I made it so not circular. It just sort of went everywhere. So that sucked a little bit. I was really annoyed about that. And then once we did the sculpture of it, we then had to mould it. So that showed up all the imperfections on the cable, or the wire, sorry. So that bugs me a little bit, pun intended. But yeah, that was quite nice. So the first time sculpting, and it was okay. Obviously it wasn't a huge thing, and it wasn't, so if I was going to do it, it would be to a prop, so that means I would have to do everything basically correct. But thankfully, because this was more of a, yeah, everything was flat, so I had a lot of leeway to play with on the sort of shaping of it. So I'm going to try and get some material just to tinker around with it. So I'll probably, hopefully, fingers crossed, make some sort of something, something relatable to me, and just, yeah, carry on tinkering around with it. But then, yeah, so and then moulded that. I do mould and casting all the time with the ghosts, so that wasn't too hard. Apart from I did get some bubbles in my fucking silicone, so obviously that made the casting really bad. So I was really annoyed with that, and obviously as I took the silicone off, it destroyed the bug because it just ripped it apart. So I couldn't mould it, so that was a bit disappointing. But hey ho, yeah, so we're not getting marked on these, they're just literally just to show that you can do it, you know roughly what you're doing, and if you can produce a decent work, then even better. And that's like that for the whole of this year, I believe. We we get marked, so we have to get over a certain percentage, but then it's not aiming towards our overall grade. So for the university, I'm going to get a BA honours degree. Honours degree. So this year doesn't actually go towards that, if I understand it correctly. So it's not too much of a problem. You just have to read the certain criteria that they set, and then go from there. Obviously, I do try and strive to make stuff good, but it takes a bit of the pressure off because it's not getting properly graded. So yeah, and that's about it, I believe. So this week, I'm going to be inducted on a circular saw, and I think that's it actually. So we're making a dice, 130 centimetre squared dice, I believe, if I remember what my friends were saying. So that shouldn't be too bad. And then we've got, so once we've done that, we have to put it on a bit of acrylic, again using the circular saw to then put, I believe, a 30-degree angle on it. So that will just flop on there. This is stuff I've done, so it shouldn't be taped too long. But then weirdly we have to then put this sort of paste on top of it to make it look like a rock or something like that. So that's kind of interesting, and I've seen other people and it just completely destroys it. So it's just going to be a project that you're just going to throw away at the ends of it, sort of thing, I believe, because I don't think I'm going to keep that, obviously depending on how it looks, but yeah, it's going to be one of those things. But yeah, that's basically you guys caught up. So yeah, I'm still so I'm at the beach. I didn't actually show you where I am. So I thought just to explore sandbanks a little bit more. So on the main promenade from Bournemouth, it sort of stops like halfway through sandbanks. So I locked up and just started to walk down, all the way down to the ferry. If you know Bournemouth, there's a ferry that goes over to Corfe or Corfe. I don't actually know where it stops, but can you actually see it? Basically, yeah, there's a little bit of separation between here and there, and that's where you get on the ferry, or you go all the way around, and it's just a hassle. But so I went down there. Lovely little place, and nice and quiet. Obviously, you've got the hugely expensive houses and flats behind me there, but because obviously sea view and stuff like that, and some of them are actually quite nice. So just rejig it. There you go. So yeah, so it's just nice and quiet, and there isn't a main road from the Bournemouth promenade bit to where I'm at now. So literally you have to walk on the beach, so there's no cyclists here or anything like that. So yeah, it's just nice and peaceful. But oh my goodness, I've been talking for 12 minutes. Great. Right, I should end this here. Got my shop up and running. That's the main reason why I did this. So yeah, I've got everything down now in my halls. So yeah, I'm starting making new stuff and selling stuff as well. So if you are interested in this, I did post on my Twitter and Instagram that it was live, but just in case you missed it, you're probably not going to see this because now I'm 30 minutes in and not many people watch all of this, but hey-ho. The information's there. I might cut it out and put it at the front. We'll see how it goes. I've ran out of things to say now, so I'm going to end it off here. Obviously, your feedback on this is great. I will try and keep to a schedule, so I said every week, but now it's been it must be a month now that I haven't posted, or even done a video, to be honest. So I will try and get into a routine. Just if you're into this, just send me a tweet or whatever saying, wait, you need a video out, and we'll go from there. But anyway, all my social medias are going to be down in the description below. So there I post the projects that I'm doing at the moment, and a couple of photos of sort of ghosts and of the beach and just environment. So if you're interested in that, still down below. So if you could leave a like and comment, that'd be great, and hopefully we'll see you in a week. Please try and keep me to that, because otherwise I probably will forget, because I'm going to be a little bit busy this week. But anyway, yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye.